Folks in Wamego, Kansas are used to seeing machines like this rolling down Main Street. For over 30 years, the home of Balderson Incorporated, Wamego has seen many of the new developments in heavy construction machinery firsthand. For off the quiet streets of the little Kansas town comes equipment especially designed and built by Balderson to handle the world's toughest construction jobs. And behind Balderson is another great name in heavy construction machinery, Balderson and Caterpillar, two names that belong together. In the construction industry, it's hard to think of one without the other. For whatever the tractor, Balderson builds a blade for it. Each blade specifically designed to meet a certain special need. Each blade matched to the weight and power of the tractor for which it is built, to get the biggest yard per construction cost dollar. Here, for example, is a BD9 digger dozer mounted on a Caterpillar D9G. In a California dealer's yard, the operator demonstrates the full control range of this blade, the toughest and most versatile tool ever put on a tractor. Digger dozers are all hydraulic controlled, tip, tilt, raise, and dig. Whatever his job or tractor, the operator will use standard controls. With a digger dozer out front, his production and job efficiency will jump because of the variety of applications to which the digger dozers are adapted. Digger dozers are available for most all Caterpillar track-type tractors, D9G, D8H, D7E, D7D, and the D6C. Let's look at some of them in action. Near Tulsa, Oklahoma, this digger dozer prepares a cut for a roadway by loosening rock that must be removed. The wedge-shaped teeth penetrate the tough material easily, for each tooth is designed to take the full force of the tractor. Here in a rock quarry, a BD7 breaks the strato-rock. Then the teeth catch it in laminations and dig it out. Use of the tip-tilt mechanism puts the teeth in the proper position to break through hard material. In the taconite mining country of Minnesota, digger dozers prove to be most efficient and economical, moving and piling taconite and overburden. Taconite weighs in at about 4,500 pounds per cubic yard and is extremely abrasive, but the tough forged chrome moly steel teeth can take it. The operator on this job wasn't getting full efficiency from his rig, however, because he wasn't taking advantage of his tip-tilt mechanism. We mentioned the versatility of digger dozers. Here in high brush country, the Forest Service operates a whole fleet of them in cleanup work, brush raking, and terracing. For land clearing, stumping, and brush removal, the teeth help contain the load as it is pushed aside. With less spill, the job is done easier, faster, and cheaper. Here is the biggest digger dozer blade Balderson builds, a BD9 on a Caterpillar D9G, leveling out a rocky terrace on a housing development site south of Los Angeles. For a housing contractor, the biggest yards are those he has to move as he lays out the site. The going is rough, but look at the load this unit moves. With a digger dozer on his tractor, he has the tool that moves those big yards with least expense, putting money in his pocket. Where operating costs mount with each pass of the tractor, Balderson new blades have earned the company its reputation for building equipment that works efficiently and economically, moving those big yards at least expense to the contractor. Working in wet, natural bed sand, this BD8U 15-foot 6-inch blade holds all the tractor can push with very little spill. Peter Kiewitt's Sons, one of the world's largest construction companies, have purchased several BD7U blades for use as all-purpose tools in the general contracting field. A U-blade is a universal blade. Therefore, large contractors find it extremely useful for the varying conditions they meet in their widespread operations. Since Balderson builds the blades in any width and size the customer may desire, there is practically no limit to the applications of the U-blades. For example, here we see a U-blade mixing on the move by reason of the special Balderson design, which rolls the load as the tractor moves forward. On a Wyoming site, a BD7U shoves the gravel base material for an interstate highway into the hopper from which trucks are loaded. And working on the same interstate highway in Oregon, another BD7U spreads gravel that has been delivered from the pit to the right-of-way. Along the Redwood Highway in Northern California, this U-blade is used for dozing in the fill as well as for backfilling. And nearby, the blade is used for aerating wet ground so that it will dry out and compact better. Notice that even in big rocks, the blade is stable when tilted. Like all Balderson blades, it is built to fit standard Caterpillar components and is controlled by standard Caterpillar controls. In heavy material such as sand, rock, dirt, or gravel, no blade moves a bigger load than a Balderson U dozer. Here, south of Salt Lake City, a BD9U 17-foot blade mounted on a D9E cat feeds a hopper which loads off-the-road trucks. The maximum production capacity of Balderson U's saves the contractor money with every load delivered to the hopper. A BD8U operating at 9,000 feet in the mountains of Colorado demonstrates how the Balderson U with tilt cylinders counteracts side draft in cutting bank yards. The tilt cylinder helps the operator to load his blade quicker, thereby minimizing side draft. At the same time, the effective use of the tilt cylinder aids the operator in steering. This BD6U 12-foot blade shows its versatility on a sanitary landfill job in California, where it is being used to dig out a sandbank to spread over garbage. And operated by S.S. Hawley Incorporated for the Star Rock Company of Corona, California, this 17-foot BD9U shows the ease with which Balderson U's handle massive loads of gravel, matching the design and balance of the blade to the power and weight of the tractor, and matching both to the job is a hallmark of Balderson engineering and craftsmanship. For that reason, companies with big yard problems in wood chip storage and movement have turned to the specialized facilities of Balderson for blades suited to their needs. Here at Hodge, Louisiana, a BD7U with a 15-foot 6-inch blade and a special 74-inch high mold board